I've thought about sharing this story for a very long time, and I want to briefly explain why my family decided to change our last name from Jameson to Carr. Now, I was born with the middle name Carr, knowing that that was my true bloodline and my family surname. I also gave my firstborn son the name Carr as a middle name to continue honoring this tradition. My father was given up for adoption the first time when he was 10 months old and had a very difficult childhood. When he was 8 years old, my grandmother changed his name to Jameson when they moved in with the step family. My dad didn't come to know the full details of what happened when he was a kid until he was 30 years old, where his birth father came and told him the story where he was given up for adoption when he was 10 months old and 2 years old, and in and out of foster care, and then eventually the truth of things that came out through the step family. This also unfortunately brought up a lot of very traumatic events and memories in my dad's life, and his coping mechanism wasn't the best for our family. Eventually it led to our family falling apart, my parents getting divorced, and we lost the house that we were living in at the time. Now, 10 years after my parents divorced, they did get remarried, which was pretty awesome, and I can say over the last 5 years now that my dad's become my best friend. Come to find out, I am the last remaining firstborn son in my entire branch of the family tree. My Aunt Liz, my dad's oldest sibling, has spent the last 15 years or so gathering tons of documents, including marriage certificates, birth certificates, death certificates, and an unbroken DNA chain dating back to the 1700s and other documents dating back to the 1500s. In our family, we have 2 Union soldiers, 2 Confederate soldiers, 4 soldiers in the War of 1812, a bunch more in different types of wars like Vietnam, World War I, World War II, and 19 proven revolutionary patriots, and we're also members of the Jamestown Society. Now, I've served in Iraq and I've been boots on the ground supporting operations in Afghanistan. Now I understand why being a fighter is embedded in my blood. After long consideration, we've made the very difficult decision to change our family name from Jameson to Carr. Personally, this is a no-brainer and easy thing to do, but professionally, with my entire career, everything I've done and all my accomplishments have all been under the name Jameson. That's where the tough decision comes into play, but ultimately we know this is the right thing to do. I've always been big on family, tradition, courage, and honor. This is a difficult thing to do, but is the right thing to do, and it's what we're in the process of legalizing and finalizing. We are the Carrs.